All right, I'll hit record and I will turn it over to Shannah to lead our discussion tonight.
Okay, tonight I'm going to be talking about branding you. And there's this quote that really hones in on why you should brand yourself. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. You know, there's over 400,000 Beachbody coaches, and how are you going to stand out among all of them? What will people remember you when they're ready, for health and fitness? Without developing your brand, you're just going to look, generic, and you'll look like every other coach. So with branding yourself, you can build relationships around other common interests that you both have. And when they're ready and they're needing health and fitness, they already trust you. So they value your knowledge in the other things, in the brand and the niche that you met in or that you have been sharing with. And then they'll trust you enough to also work with them in their health and fitness. So branding doesn't have to be complicated, but as you hone in on your brand, you will find more and more that you'll want to do to create that brand better. So first I'm going to talk about how to form your brand. And I know that in the old Coach Basics, I guess it's probably still in the self-paced one, but there was a personality test. And I'm going to share a document that has a lot of other personality tests also, in case you need to kind of, see where you are, and think about yourself. What do you do well? What do you enjoy doing? What could you talk about all day long? If someone were describing you to a stranger, what would they say about you? And I'm talking about things that are not health and fitness related. So maybe you like hair and makeup, or maybe you like finding and wearing the latest fashions, or you like to go hiking or fishing, or you like the outdoor sports. Do you love saving money? That's my niche. Now think about your perfect customer or your perfect coach and make a list of characteristics that they would have. Are they married or single? Do they have kids or no kids? Are they a college student? Do they have pets? Same job. Like I know we have one that does cops on our team. That's police officers. Hobbies and interests. What kind of personality do they have? Are they shy? Are they outgoing? Are they a leader or a follower? And really dig deep and think about what they're afraid of. What holds them back from being successful in health and fitness? And, holds them back in life in general. Because most of the time you will see a correlation between you or who you used to be and your perfect customer or coach. You want to give that person what you needed, what you were looking for when you came to Beachbody. And this right here is what you can use to create your social media posts, your blog posts, or how you communicate one-on-one with people. If you talk about these things on your blog and on your social media platforms, you'll attract people with similar interests. And if you keep the answers to these questions in the forefront of your mind, then you'll never run out of things to talk about, and you'll have a clear sense of direction with your business. You can share helpful links and things that not just, you have do, but maybe things that you found. And some examples of niches are like being a single dad, being a college student, having a blended family, obstacle course racers, vegans, over 50 and fit, Disney fanatics. I know we have some of those too. World traveler. I know I'm a friend with a coach that she literally bikes and hikes everywhere. And I mean, she's on the go all the time. Now, after you found your brand, your niche, what you want to hone in on, now it's time to create a name that's catchy. Now, trust me when I say don't spend days here thinking about a name, because I did. Just make it simple, make it catchy, something they can spell. Make sure it's available on all social media platforms. Not that you're going to use them all, but that you have a spot on them. Maybe you don't use Snapchat right now, but you might in a year. So make sure that name is available on all the different platforms and go ahead and grab it. Um, maybe the niche that you picked isn't available. Maybe you can attach your name to it in the front of it, like Greg T, whatever, you know. So come crafty with that, but make it something catchy because trust me, this works. I have people contacting me saying, "You're the frugal lady, right?" So I'm like, "Yes." And then they'll even ask me, "Are you going to do that on your Fit Frugal page?" So make it something that they'll remember and that they'll pass on to other people.
I'm in
Now,
fitness.
now the fun stuff. After you figured out who you want to attract, what value that you want to provide, your name, now look into developing a visual concept of your brand. And I'm going to be sharing a branding quiz that I actually did before I did in the Jesse Reagan uh, group. I actually did this personality test before he showed it to us. And you fill out all these questions, and it tells you about you. And it was really strange because it told me I was a teacher. Yep, I'm a teacher. And then it gave me colors and fonts that go with my personality. And I'd already created a brand, and it was amazing how my brand was already pink, black, and gray. And that's what it suggested. So it's pretty cool, and I'll share that. If you find yourself wanting to choose more than one answer for each question, just take it a second time. Once you get both results, pick and choose the colors and the fonts and the style that appeal to you. And then just choose 3 to 5 colors, including neutral colors, because too many colors will be messy. So you don't want, just every color. They say to be consistent with your colors in all your posts. You can use this branding in everything. You can use it in social media posts. You can use it in, your team recognition posts, rank advancements, new coach. You get the point. And I'm not sure if she made it on the call. She was supposed to tonight, but one of my personally sponsored coaches, Zunika Thompson, is actually a graphic designer, and she's actually created a banner for me, a logo for me, and she was going to be on the call so that she'd be available to talk to anybody or anything about, because she can do that for you too. You could just reach out to her in the group. Also, whenever I branded myself, I didn't just make all this stuff up. I took 81 with Elite Stronghold, and then I was introduced to someone that did a branding course. And it was back when it was the very first one he ever did, and it was live on Facebook. And now, since then, he has a self-paced, and it's free, completely free branding course. So I also am going to include that. It's like a 2-week, 10-day branding course. He's a really good friend of mine now. We mastermind together. His name's Andy Johnson. And he does offer a live branding course once a month, but March has already started. And I know a lot of Team Just Believe has taken it. But I will include that too, in case you want to go in. And he really gets involved in helping you with your brand. And that's, finding out what you like and dislike, and then matching all the colors and all that stuff too. So I'll share that. And that's all I have. Anybody have any questions?
So Who is this Andy guy?
Have you ever heard of New Wave Power Talks?
No.
No. Um, well, he was one of the AD1 coaches. He's not anymore, but he used to be.
Okay.
And he just decided one day with three other lady coaches, that he wanted to help other coaches. And they all formed a group called New Wave. And it's just a whole bunch of coaches that help each other and share things. And every week we have a team call kind of thing that we invite everybody to come to. And I've been a part of that for quite a while now. So.
Okay. So he's no longer a coach, but he's still in the group?
No, he's a coach.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
But you said he was part of AD1 and now he's not?
He's not doing AD1 training, no.
Oh.
It's only Jim Rumps and Kristen.
Okay.
There used to be a Mark too, I think, that did AD1, but he's not doing that anymore either. So
What's his name?
Andy Johnson.
Does everybody know what the 81 is that she's talking about? No.
That's the diamond training with Mark Briggs and Jim Runs.
So let's take a step back. Our upline, Elite Stronghold, has a group. Is everybody part of that group? Brent, you don't look like you're part of that group. I can add you to that group. I really don't add my coaches to the Elite Stronghold because it's a huge group and I don't want my coaches to get overwhelmed. But, obviously if you want to join later, like at this point, it's probably good that everybody join the Elite Stronghold group because they do offer training, which is they call 81, 82, 83. I don't know what it stands for. I've never taken it. Somebody help me out. What does it stand for? Advanced Diamond or something?
Advanced Diamond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Advanced to Diamond.
Oh, Advanced to Diamond. And explain what the different trainings are.
I've tried them a couple of times. They're really fast paced for me, so I've never successfully finished them, but there are a whole bunch of set trainings and not really like coursework, but like scripts and everything like that they give you that have worked for them. It's really concrete and laid out. It's a good coursework. It just went too fast for me, so I would always fall behind and then get dropped out of the group.
I know that they're very strict, right? The guy who runs it is named Jim Rump, and if you don't check in every day,
It's very strict.
And do
Very,
your
very
homework,
strict.
he will boot you in a heartbeat. So, I don't recommend that to my coaches unless they're, obviously very serious and they're in the group and they want to take it. But, if you guys do want to get involved in it, I heard, people that are engaged and do complete it. I guess like Shannah, you did, right? And I heard it is good training. And you can go through all three. I think in the second and the third, don't they teach you like blogging and other stuff?
Coach recruiting.
Oh, coach recruiting. What's in that?
But you do get a free 30-day website and you get the free blogs. You don't learn to blog, but they give you blogs with the website.
How do they give you a free website?
It's Who Knows a Guy.
Oh, so he gives it to you for 30 days or?
Yeah, it's a free 30-day trial.
I see. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested, Shannah, why don't you tell them about that Who Knows a Guy website? Because I did recommend that to Cheryl, who's on the call.
Okay, they give you a free 30-day trial. They also, every week you get a blog post, 7 recipes. In our Facebook group, they give us weekly graphics that we can use for anything on our blog, on Facebook, whatever. There are and you could go back and get all of this that's previously been there for 2-3 years now. They give a lot of free training. There's everything, and it's not anything like is it PSMU? Is that what it's called? You know how those trainings are really, really long, very salesy. These are little short 5-minute things on how to do this, how to do that kind of thing. So, anybody, I didn't know anything about a website when I went into this, and I have a complete brand, website, blogs, everything now. So, and it took me watching those videos and understanding how to, put a blog up there. I didn't know how to do that. So,
and what does it cost? Is it $20 a month?
$30 a month.
$30 a month for the website and all the training.
And the blogs and the recipes and the graphics. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could certainly do your own blog, right? For cheaper. Like I do my own blog, but I don't have that content, right? I don't have somebody writing 7 blogs for me a month or a week or whatever it is. So, that's kind of what you're paying for, right? The blogging, the images and all that stuff. So
you also have all the programs with all of your coaching link is in there. So you can send people to order right from your website. If a new program comes out, they have that set up in your website the next day. So that's where I send a lot of mine is to my website, especially to sign up for a free account. Lead pages, if you're familiar with lead pages, we have the capability of having quick landing pages drawn up, or we can have them make them for us too.
Yeah, I think probably a lot of people are not familiar with lead pages. Lead pages is like a 1-page website, right? You see them a lot when you click on things like click here to buy or learn more. It'll take you to a 1-page, website with videos and, more information and price and that type of stuff. So you see them a lot that you use, but you're probably just not familiar with the term lead pages. But it's a great thing to do, and you can create them yourselves. Let's say you were doing a I posted Melanie Mitro's website this week, and she's got a great one, obviously, and it used to look like crap. I don't know if you guys ever looked at Melanie Mitro's in the past. It was just like a blog. That's what it basically was just like post. And now, like, I think she's paid a professional and it looks awesome, but the one thing that she has done consistently and she's great at is content. She will write, 2 to 3 blogs a week, and literally she brings in all of her customers and coaches. She'll recruit 30 to 50 coaches a month just from her blog. And she obviously probably has the Google searching and capabilities and all that stuff down pat. So it's not just as easy as create a blog and you'll have a lot of people that'll start coming to you. It takes time and content and a lot of learning, like Shannah said. But if you guys are interested in that Who Knows a Guy website, you can certainly contact her, and I'm sure she can give you a referral link or whatever. And if you want to know more about that 81 training or that Elite Stronghold, just contact me and I can add you to that group. And there's like a training, I think, every month that they do. Like, yeah, you can't take the 82 training until you take the 81 training, and just be aware that if you cannot check in every day and do your homework, you are going to get booted. So I've had many coaches come crying to me when they get booted. So be prepared. But it's good. It's still good training. So I'm not trying to discourage you. Does anybody have any questions about branding, how to brand yourself? Have you thought about branding? So for branding, for me, I'm not a very small niche. I don't have a very focused niche like some coaches do. You know, they'll only go after police officers or whatever, right? Or nurses. I know some coaches will only, you know, go after nurses, right? Because they're a nurse, you know, or whatever. Me, I'm more of a generalist, but I do, like when I create ads for Facebook, right? I'll try to create the ads for people that are like me, right? And like Shannah said, you know, understanding who you are, you know, is going to help you attract people who are like you, right? So I'll put in, you know, programs that I like, or movies that are like, or people who are around the same age group as me. You know, I typically don't, you know, target, you know, 20-something-year-old females, because most of them I know are not going to be interested in following me or signing up, you know, as a coach with me or whatever, you know. You know, so it just helps, you know, and especially if you have interests like she mentioned, Disney, for example. If you're a Disney fan, or you know, if you're like Kim and you travel the world, you know, you can put in travel. You can talk about travel, and you can, you know, target people who love travel, you know. So whatever your interests are, it's great to find people who have some similar interests, similar age groups, similar genders. You know, those are the you know, when they talk about building your tribe, right? That's going to be your tribe, you know. So anybody else? Who else wants to add? Armando, what's your brand? Let's hear it.
I have no brand. I'm always stuck there. Like, I don't know. When I look at who I am, I feel boring, because I used to be more of uh, building cars and racing, and that niche is like, it's like dead. It's like a cemetery. So I'm trying to see what other avenues um, that I could go that relates to me, and I'm stuck. So I might just go ahead. I know Sharon send the link in our chat group. I could see if I could pinpoint a niche.
Well, why do you say like people who are interested in cars is dead or not good?
Because they worry more about, like, they'll do whatever it takes to build their car, but they don't care about their lifestyle. They're like, it's bad. Like, I know a lot of people out here in Florida, and I basically used to do that every weekend. Just build cars. We go out to the street. We go out to the track, and I reach out to them. I even go in person, talk to them. I'm like, no, we don't got time for that. This and that. I'm like, you know, I'm not basically giving up on them, but I still poke at them to see. But the niche, the way I see it, even if like I'm in one of their groups, and every time I post anything about fitness or Shakeology or anything, you know, that would better my life, my lifestyle, is like crickets. But if I post anything about a turbo kit or a motor, how many horsepower I have built before, I get a lot of comments. So yeah, so I think my lifestyle back in the days was boring. So I'm trying to figure out where, you know, maybe more of a stay-at-home dad, more family time. I could relate to my new lifestyle now, because that's basically what I do. But I'm gonna see that link that Sharon shared with us.
Yeah. So Shannah, how would you respond to that? Like I'm an IT guy, right, in the past, but talking IT is not going to attract the type of people that I really want to attract, right? So
Why not? You could be the nerd, you know what I mean? Yeah, why not? How many guys are sitting behind a computer wanting the girl, but they don't feel enough self-confidence, you know?
yeah, the fit nerd.
Yeah, I bet there's one already labeled that.
Probably. like Armando though, I have tried targeting them, and I just don't get any response.
See, and then I figured if you look at NASCAR driver, IndyCar driver, they're fit. They follow, like I follow a couple of them. They follow a diet. They have their own trainer. So I try to put that perspective in these people going street racing and drag racing. They want to go fast, but they're so overweight. They put weight to the car. The car doesn't run as fast as they want. So I put that perspective in them to say, look, this will help you get to your goal as how fast you want to go down a quarter mile. And that doesn't, like they say, oh, I got to spend time. It hurts doing the workout. I got to put extra time away from my car. So it's like, I don't get it. So.
Yeah, I don't get it how they won't even put a radio in a race car because it adds to the weight. But yet, if they weigh 20 pounds overweight, then that doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, like their answer to that is they'll get like an 18-year-old kid that's able to drive because it's at a drag strip. They don't need insurance, and he's skinny. As long as he knows how to pass those gears, he's good. It's gas and go. I'm like, but it's your health. So I'm just trying to see, like, how can I approach them a different way? But I can't poke at them a lot because the majority of them are Hispanic, and their food is their life. So taking food away from them is like a no-go. But yeah, that avenue for me, it's a good niche, but it's not high on demand right now, I guess.
Less medical bills goes more into the car.
What happened?
Less medical bills, they can put more into the car.
They don't see it like that. I've told them. I mean, I've been there. I've billed, and it's a lot of money spent. But then when you're overweight, you're looking for the lightest person to drive your car and know your car, and make sure he doesn't mess up your clutch or your transmission gear. So there's a lot of things that if you do it yourself and you slim down and you're healthy, you could benefit a lot from the goals you have for your, drag, goals.
Armando, why can't you build, like how you're talking, and I see your posts. Why can't you build that into your posts, like to hit that brand? I mean, there's how you're talking right now about the cars is the exact same way that you could talk about your journey and brand it into each other.
I mean, I have in their group, like I'll talk more about whatever build I've done and all this, and then drinking my shake just to see if hey, what are you drinking? Nothing. But if I post anything or say anything about horsepower or a turbo kit that's coming out, they're all over my posts. So on my timeline, there's hardly anybody that does any modification or in the race family, just because they know that I'll do a lot of fitness. So I guess it bothers them, and they try to avoid it. So I don't get any interaction with them.
I think there's just, I mean, I've done, was it Corey or was it Mark that put that post in our page about try not posting about what you're doing, like Shakeology and Beachbody for like a week on your feed, but keep
Mark.
it.
Yeah.
Was it Mark? But keep it, about, you're working out and stuff like that without saying that, and see what you get. And if you maybe tweak your posts to not have that Shakeology in there or that specific workout, but collaborate it with working on cars in some way, shape, or form, maybe you'll get more of that. Because what I'm finding is I have taken a step back from saying all of this about Beachbody or all of this about Shakeology, and I am getting more feedback per se. I mean, nobody's jumping on board and saying, hey, what are you doing? But, with so many coaches, as Shannah said, with so many coaches for Beachbody, and it's just so overwhelming. And I have a lot of mutual friends or others that I know through school and whatever that also do it. by taking that away, people aren't feeling bombarded by me personally and have said it. I'm not feeling bombarded that I have to have a Beachbody product for me or I have to drink Shakeology because you're inspiring me by what you're doing. So I know they're watching. But at the same time, I'm being truthful, you know, like more on my fitness page. Like I've been struggling since I've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's. I've been really struggling with working out. And I think part of it is an energy thing. But if you pull it away from it, maybe that would work for you. I don't know.
I'm gonna try that out. Like I said, I post in their group, you know, race car related. I don't build anymore, so it's kind of hard to like take pictures of my build, which I should have. But Greg was the only one that got me to open my Facebook account because I was never a social person. But I post pictures of my past build and stuff like that, and I get attraction that way. And if I post anything about, you know, me working on a car, because I'll do it here and there just to help like a family member with my Shakeology, you know, cup on the side. Not even drinking, not even talking about it, just having a shake there. There's no likes, there's nothing on that post. So, you know, a little bit, I'm just trying to see how can I incorporate what I'm doing to help them see that, you know, try to make an effort to take care of themselves while they're doing their hobby. Because I know, like, I was in their place once and I didn't care much. I was just, oh, fast food, let's get something to eat so I could, you know, stay late and work on a car to get the car ready for the race, you know, next week. So, you know, it's a tough niche because they really don't care. Like I said, I didn't care anything about my health. I was worried about making extra money to buy the car part to get the car ready for the race and go for it.
Well, what made you change?
It takes a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of family time, and it just overwhelming. And we moved out of state, and then I didn't have my group of people. I didn't have a place to do it. I didn't have the connection to the machine shop and all the people I was trusting. So I just gave it up, and I was away for almost two years. So, you know, I came back to Florida, and I still keep in contact with them. I still have parts that I'm trying to get rid of just because I don't really use it. And, you know, that's how I keep in touch with the guys. I don't even go to the tracks anymore. I don't even go to the shows just because I don't have time. I see more value staying with my family, doing stuff now that I stay home with the kids. You know, going to eat with them for lunch, going to their field trip and stuff like that. So that's why I was trying to see if I could go down that route.
Yeah. So do your kids do anything? Like you're a soccer dad or?
No, we're planning. My oldest was in baseball, and we didn't sign them up this previous year on anything. But this year we're looking into soccer. So that's like another niche I could also go into. That's what I'm saying. I want to see if the niche that relates to me now is more a stay-at-home dad, because I do laundry, I do grocery, I maintain the cars, and take care of the kids, which that's something I never did. I provided for them, but I never, you know, luckily I didn't have to wipe butts as much as my wife did. But yeah, I do a lot of making sure their clothes are clean, making sure their lunch is packed, and, you know, they got breakfast and stuff like that. So it's a different lifestyle, which I think that would be a better niche that I could go by, because that's what's relating to me now, not my past. So
I just don't know how many stay-at-home dads there are, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I bet there's enough.
What's that?
I bet there's a lot out there.
You think?
Yeah.
It's not easy. I give it to you for you moms and single moms, man. This is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You'll have to look for groups and see what's out there, if there's anything, you know.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I could hang with stay-at-home moms. I click good when it comes to school lunch, and I chat with the moms. They got a lot to say, like, what did I just created?
well, there you go. Go after the stay-at-home moms.
Hey, Armando, I know it sounds crazy, but check out like the firefighters. because I have a couple of friends who are married, but the husbands are firefighters.
Mhm.
And they're technically, sometimes they're stay-at-home dads because they work 24 on and then they're off for a certain amount of time and stuff like that. I have a really good friend who's a firefighter, and I mean, he does the lunches, like the school lunches and stuff like that when he's off of work and stuff. Check out the firefighters and see. You might be able to click like the stay-at-home dad, the car thing, and that kind of thing all in one kind of niche.
I'm gonna check that out. Thank you.
All right. Who else? Who else has a niche?
I have one.
Your niche is running, right? John?
Sorry about that. I didn't hear you. Running, and I am a dental assistant. So I am a male in a very dominated female occupation. So I'm in a lot of dental groups, and that's how I get a lot of my customers as well, just because, let's face it, most females are Beachbody customers and coaches. So that's the groups I'm typically in. So I don't necessarily I don't post anything about working out in there. I post about dental. And then if I get engagement from them, I send a friend request, and then from there they see my page.
Cool.
But the running as well, like Instagram is kind of my main advertising. Like I put everything on Instagram about, coaching, just any opportunity. But Facebook, I keep very simple.
Do you offer free groups?
I do. I run three free groups. I run
A month?
yes.
3 groups a month?
Yeah, but I'm basically cheating because I'm copying and pasting. Like they're for 3 different categories. I run a group strictly for military veterans, and then I run a group strictly for military veterans that belong to Team RWB, and then I run a free group for anybody that just wants to get in. So most of the time, just copying and pasting and maybe tweaking one or two things based on the group. So I run the group the 1st through the 21st of every month.
Okay. Do you get customers out of the groups?
Very little. One thing we've always talked about is I need to be more consistent because I'm horrible at doing the end post. Like
The call to action.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I'm just not consistent with it. It seems like I know the group's going to end on the 21st, and I'm rushing, and for whatever reason it's 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then I don't do it. I don't go live. I'm horrible at the end. The end game is horrible.
That's the whole point.
I know. Believe me, I'm in a group with Armando and Brent, and I know. But
Okay.
I feel like if I could actually sit down, which I am going to sit down and do it, but that's a matter of then it's just an avalanche because I get constant knocks. And if I actually did the things I'm supposed to do, then I feel like it's going to be an avalanche, which I need. And I'm not avoiding that, but it's just, what is today? The 3rd? Yeah. So today's the 13th. So I will next Tuesday. So next Tuesday is the 21st. So Monday, the 20th, I will do a call to action in all 3 groups.
Okay. So do you have a like page where you set up a brand that you attract new people to?
Yes, I do. I don't want to get into this too much because next month you have me talking about inviting. I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Making me do everything.
Okay. Well, we're talking about branding.
So I do have a fitness page. It's So I actually have 3 like pages. Okay. I have a running like page. I have the fitness page, and I have a cake page. Why? Because people love cake.
Okay. Do you like to make cake?
No. I just eat it. But
Oh.
I advertise my free group on my cake page as well.
Okay.
So I put about, hey, if you want to drop a couple pounds, you love cake, I love cake. So I get an influx of people into my free groups because of everything I'm doing. Cake, working out, whatever it is. I got everything covered.
Well, awesome.
I'll send you my cake page.
So your biggest challenge in your cake page is losing weight while eating cake.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do, if that's your thing.
All right. Well, I want you to be very successful at that, because I want to hear you on a national wake-up call someday talking about your cake page.
Yes. Yeah. I'll be like, listen, you got to think outside the box.
That's right. Every coach does a fitness page. You need a cake page.
You gotta work from the ground up. You gotta think, okay, what's everybody's weakness? I mean, I'd start a pizza page too if I had more time.
Right. Pizza and beer. You'd probably get a lot of likes, right?
I'll be in the pizza. I'm good with the pizza.
Yeah, see? Yeah, so I on that cake page, I constantly post recipes and just things about cake. So, I mean, and of course, none of it's good for you. That's the beauty of it.
Right. All right. Well, we'll save the rest of it for next month.
Okay, great. Yeah, I got a time.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add for branding before we wrap up? All right. Well, thanks, Shannah. We appreciate it. Great discussion, everyone. We'll see you next week. Oh, also, I'm planning a team call for Wednesday. It was a person that I've had on before. Her name is Jennifer Wooten. She's a 6-star diamond, 2-time elite coach. And for those who were in our Push to Diamond group, remember last year, she had a great video on her invitation process. I don't know if you guys remember that, but how she systematically will use Facebook groups and Instagram and tracking people and following up with people. So I asked her to come to a team call on that, because I know that's something that we all need to work on, and probably I know she's simplified it even more since then, because we were having discussions. So this Wednesday at 9 o'clock. All right. I'll see you guys then.
All right.
All right, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.